Hi guys, Michael Wisman here. Today we're reading Absolute Wonder Woman issue 5. I don't have the single issue or the floppy issue, so I'm reading from the volume 1 paperback trade. You can get this copy and the hardcover copy as of recording this at your local comic book shops, preferably online like Amazon, or in shops like Barnes and Noble. Absolute Wonder Woman has been awesome. So the Absolute series, if you don't know, is a newer thing from DC Comics, and they're new. It's a new universe. Excuse me, with alternate takes on like our favorite heroes. So if you don't know anything about comics, or like if you are familiar with the idea of like, yeah, Superman, yeah, Wonder Woman, whatever, this offers a new chance to like start something fresh. So this first volume, for example, has the first 7 issues of Absolute Wonder Woman, and you don't have to know anything to get back in. Yo, what up, Cap Lives? We back, baby. Today, I'm gonna try to read uh, a couple issues today. We'll see how far I get. Um, and again, though, I'll probably no. You're not late. You just joined. I just started. You caught at the intro this time. Um, so I was explaining basically the gist of what the Absolute Universe is and Absolute Wonder Woman. It's been awesome so far. And today, for this issue, I'm joined by Daisy. Can we see her? Where are you, Daisy? There she is. Daisy Wisman. She's all tucked in and sleepy. We got Lenny. Say hi, Lenny. He's tucked in and sleepy too. Oh, baby. It's okay, baby. So for comic time, I was hopeful they'd be all hyper and into it. Not hyper, but hyped, sorry, and into it. No, this is totally story time to them, like bedtime stories. So every time we do this now, they like get ready and they're like, oh, we know. Which I love that. Because if you watched my first stream when I started reading comics with the dogs and with you guys, oh, Brian Kaplan says, "Let me get my trade. I want to follow at home." Oh yes, dude, that perfect. So when I was starting this, I was saying I want to make it a regular thing and get back into comics and participate in life, and it's been really fun. I think as of recording this, I've been doing this now for like a week and a half, and we finished the Absolute Superman trade, the first one. I have the hardcover of that, and then we're working our way through. We're a little more than halfway done with Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 1. And I do have some books on my to read list that I have up next. I'm real excited for. So the dogs have gotten used to it. But for them, like I was saying, it's totally story time. They just zonk out and are like, yes. But that's okay, because I'm excited for all 3 of us. So issue 5. Check out the cover. It's behind me right here. And if you have your copy. Also, I forgot to mention, I was talking to Cap Lives last night about this. If you don't, excuse me, have or aren't able to get like a trade copy or a single issue or anything like that, there are digital services available. There's, oh gosh, what was it? Marvel Infinite, or was it DC Infinite? Help me out. One of them is Infinite, and what is it? One of them Universe. Okay, well, I'll clarify the names in a second, but basically, there's an online Marvel app and an online DC app where you can read. Marvel claims there's 30,000 comics, and DC claims there's 34,000 comics. Okay, thank you, Cap Lives. He helps clarify. The DC app is called DC Infinite, and the Marvel app is called Marvel Unlimited. So DC Infinite, we just linked into it as of recording this. DC Infinite, if you subscribe annually, you'll save like 23% or something. It's $120 a year, give or take 120. But you get 34,000 comics and trades right away, anytime. And they were saying at that tier, you like, let's say a new issue comes out in stores, that issue will be available for you to read 30 days later, so 1 month later. Marvel, on the other hand, there are some pros and cons because Marvel Unlimited is $100 a year, so it's a little cheaper. But they claim they have 30,000 comics, so 4,000 less than DC. And their tier, no matter what, I think you don't get the new issues, from the stand to the app for almost like 6 months or something. So if you're trying to stay like current with comics, DC is way better for that. If you're just super casual, you don't care when they come out, you just like to have them all the time, and you prefer Marvel, that's good. Another thing is that the Marvel package does offer like a physical bundle. If you do that $100 a year, you get like a Marvel Legend figure, sometimes like clothing or like swag gear. So it just depends. But I haven't used either of those services yet, but I am interested in trying them out. So, getting into it, issue 4 of Absolute Wonder Woman ended with Wonder Woman kind of recouping herself and what's it called, like when you re-equipping and replenishing her equipment with like some new witch friends she made through Steve. And she's able to use a spell that attracts the Tetracide, like the big eldritch monster villain right now, and does the coolest thing. If you saw last stream here, she made her sword bigger with magic and just cleaved him in half. Look how small. I mean, she's like a 7, 8 foot Amazon woman, and look how small she looks compared to the giant sword. So that's awesome. And then there's a quick little tease about how. So this is being broadcast, and what the White House, Washington D.C., is watching, and they're kind of seeing that Wonder Woman herself is so powerful that should they consider her a threat. And now here we go, issue 5. We got Wonder Woman in the water, I think, with the Nemesis lasso. Not the lasso of truth. This one's a little different. Oh, the variant cover on this one's good, you guys. Absolute Wonder Woman number 5 variant cover by, I'm gonna butcher this, Homare, Homare, Homare. Look at this. It's Wonder Woman with the Athena blade, like on, not on one knee, but like crouched as the Tetracide is like attacking her with its tentacle tendrils. At D's. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but welcome to the stream. Issue 5. Caplo says, remember that DC is watching. It comes back in the next full arc. Okay, interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Look how cool. I love the style of this. A little like romantic slash like, maybe not so much like anime, but I feel like there's a word for this. Any art people out there smarter than me, please help me out. Jonasan Oribasu says, nice glasses. Jesus loves you, bro. Have a blessed day. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Love that. Hey, you too. Have a great one. And if you can, read some comics. They're fun. They even have a comic of the Bible. It's called the Action Bible. I've never read it, but I see it all the time at like Targets and Hobby Lobbies. It looks cool, but I haven't read it. Kaysen Gottfried CG5FE says, nice hat. Hey, thanks, man. This is one of my wife's hats. I'm borrowing it right now because I got chewed up by bugs the other night. But this one says, want to go for a walk? She likes to wear this when we walk the dogs. Official Adam 22 says, hey, bro, don't forget we're filming that video with my wife. All right, man. You're funny. Thanks for joining, Adam. Appreciate you. All right, issue 5, Gateway City now. So Gateway City in the Absolute Universe is a coastal city in California. Well, it wasn't expecting that. A dead center hit might have killed it, but we make the best of what we have. Oh, okay. Cool. I had mentioned that last stream about how it wasn't quite cut in half, but like maybe a third. And then Wonder Woman mentions the same thing. A dead center hit might have killed it, but we make the best of what we have. I doubt the injury will be enough to get it to retreat, but really, cleaving it in third won't get it to run away. Look how cool this is. So the Athena blade shrinks back, like maybe the magic ran out, I don't know. But it's like, and then as it's falling, it's still shrinking, and she catches it at the, proportional size. And she says to the blade, "Hello, my friend, thank you." That's so cool. The art is so good. So the artist on this is Hayden Sherman still, and he is just awesome. Official Adam, 3 o'clock, big dog. All right, man. I'll see you later then. 3 o'clock. Drew P. Wavos, yo, dope ass artful. Thanks, Drew. This is the cover A, or the regular cover, by Hayden Sherman. And this is a variant cover by Homare, of basically Wonder Woman still finding the Tetracide. This is so cool. This is also, maybe it's just because the rising structure here with like the vine-like structures, it's kind of making me think like Godzilla versus Biollante. I love that movie. Oh, okay. So even though we're on issue 5, we're kind of getting like the cover of issue 4 is basically happening now. So as Wonder Woman's here chopping this dude up, the military's coming to help her, supposedly, but we'll see how this goes, because traditionally in these type of situations, it doesn't end too well for us regular people. But they're doing the right idea. They have the right idea. They're blasting the missiles into the open wound. I love the scale of it. You can see like Wonder Woman running away, and again, she's huge. Okay, like the average person is like maybe 2/3 her height, and a lot of thirds this issue, huh? But I love the scale here. Like it's so big. Even the explosions. Explosions overpowering over the competition. I'm towering. Oh shit. Okay, it was just that first missile. The rest of the missile, I knew it was gonna go sideways so fast. The rest of the missiles got slapped away instantly. Even so, Wonder Woman's better spoken than me. She says, "Hera, no." I hit him with the oh shit. Oh, she's chasing down the missiles herself, like flying after him with magic. Oh, okay. This was also in something I was struggling with in previous issues. So when she says Hecate, that's a name of a goddess that her and her mom like revere and kind of pray to. So I had originally said Hecate, and then the comments led me to believe it may be Hecate. And then I was Googling it, and they were saying that there's kind of like a common version of it and then like the goddess version of it. So I was like, well, what's the goddess version of it? And the goddess version, again, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but it's something like Hecate. 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 I don't know, something. So that's why I'm gonna go with this issue. So Wonder Woman says, Hecate, please aid your servant in her hour of need. Only 2 missiles were diverted. The third is still headed right for the city with no way for me to reach it in time. Oh my goddess. I really want to see what happens with this missile. She diverted 2 of them with their magic. But I want to say I love about this Wonder Woman how positive she is. And I think part of it is that, like, in these small moments, like I was making a joke about it a second ago, how, like, here she says, Hera, no. And I was like, oh shit. But then also, like, right here where she's racing to try to, make it in time to stop this thing and save people. In my mind, I'd probably be thinking something like, "Oh God, I gotta go, gotta make it in time. I hope I get in time. Oh, come on, let's go, let's do this. Oh, I hope I don't miss." Blah blah. But to her, instead of like those like racing thoughts, that like anxiety, instead of that, she reassures herself with these like almost like mantras that she repeats to herself. Where I loved in the prior issue, she said, as she's about to hit the tetracide with the blade, she says, "Mother, though I am far from home, lend me your strength. your conviction, your indomitable will. How awesome is that? And then here she's saying, Hecate, please aid your servant in her hour of need. So she's replacing those anxious thoughts, like those moments, instead of having anxious thoughts, she's reminding herself with these, reaffirming mantras that not only like reassure her, but also like speak so well, like almost compliment to other people. Like she's complimenting her mom in the way that she's also like asking for her reassurance. And same thing with this Hecate. So I wonder if I could learn something from that. Maybe instead of being so reactionary and so like about life, maybe I can find some real solid mantras that help me focus like she focuses, but also like simultaneously appreciating what I have, because that's like a big part of her. Is she like this Wonder Woman is so appreciative. If you will go back and check out issue 4, like she's asking this young girl who runs a witch shop, getting tongue tied here, and as she's asking this girl for her help and her ingredients, she's so appreciative and so nice and kind. Like sometimes there can be a difference between being kind and being nice, and I feel like this Wonder Woman is like both. Like she's nice and she's kind, and that like is so cool to me, because I can be kind, surprisingly, but I do struggle with being nice, surprisingly as well. Like I often find that I'm not always the nicest person, but when situations happen, I'll be the first one to try to be kind. But, that doesn't always rub people the right way, so to speak. So I wonder if like finding ways to appreciate the right things in life while reassuring oneself is a good way to like cultivate and manifest like being a nice and a kind and a strong person. Like I like that this Wonder Woman is strong enough to be nice and kind, especially in a world like in her world that has a lot of bad stuff going on. And in the real world right now, as we're recording, it's a rough time for a lot of people for a lot of reasons. So finding the strength to be nice and kind is hard. So I respect this character for that, and I respect Kelly Thompson for the writing because, dude, she is doing great. Oh, look at her face. I was saying too, was it issue 3, 2 or 3, where she's like on the news and her facial expressions are so good. Look at that. Oh, and you could tell she's doing magic right now because her eyes are red. Remember, like issue 1 or 2, her eyes like fade from red to blue. Absolute Wonder Woman really is a beacon of light in this miserable universe. Oh, for real. For real. It this is so crazy. Like I've only read Absolute Superman Volume 1 so far, right? But in the same beat for beat Volume 1, this Absolute Wonder Woman feels like the kind of person, the kind of hero that Absolute Superman wants to be. And she's like already that. And then Absolute Batman, I don't even know if he's in the wheelhouse for like that type of like character or not, because he means well and he is altruistic, and he's like Absolute Batman isn't just a big meathead. He's trying to tackle like systemic problems and like societal issues, socioeconomic issues without money. Um but I don't know that I would categorize him as like a beacon of hope and niceness and kindness like Wonder Woman. Like he's a good guy, yeah. But I think out of the absolute trinity, Wonder Woman is like the best hero so far. Absolute Batman is trying to survive. Yo, for real. I don't know what the current issue is right now. I'm only up to I've read 13 of Batman, and for real, he's just trying to survive right now. Poor dude. It also begs, I mean, I'm sure some of the stuff that's going on there, I don't want to spoil it, but some of the stuff that's going on with Absolute Batman may help him not get blown over when Absolute Wonder Woman and Superman land next to him, because from issue one, like, he's strong, he's a big guy, but issue one, Absolute Batman, there's no way he's stacking up to this, like standing on like an equal footing. You know what I mean? Even with the stuff that's going on in the comic, I'm like, oh. So I think him and Absolute Wonder Woman are gonna meet for the first time in issue 15 of Absolute Wonder Woman. I really want to get that and see that, because I'm very interested how Absolute Batman's gonna do. All right, let's see what happened to this missile. Oh, oh, Pegasus, our boy, her horse shot Hellfire and blew the third missile up. Good boy. You see that, Daisy? You see that, Lenny? Thank you, Hecate. Thank you, Pegasus. Can't be having any more of that. Look at her eye, man. Hayden Sherman, so good. Hi. Hi. The jets are speeding and she's able to catch up to the speeding jet. Dope. So I need you to not do that again, all right? Yes, ma'am. Whoa. Even the way she talks to everybody. So I need you to not do that again, all right? Yes, ma'am. Already the tetracide begins to knit itself together. Oh, it can heal. All I do is buy time, it seems. And when you are out of time, you consider desperate ideas. Oh, is she pulling out a different lasso or something? It's green. She's pulling out a green from her Mary Poppins bag of holding. Boom. Absolute Wonder Woman. The Last Amazon. Part 5 of 5. So this is the last issue of this arc. Kelly Thompson, writer. Hayden Sherman, artist. Jordi Belair, colorist. Becca Carey, letterer. Ash Padilla, assistant editor. Chris Conroy, editor. Wonder Woman, created by William Moulton Marston. I love these like cinematic title spreads, plus with like a lot of space for the creators. I love when they get their flowers, you know. Cap says, I think this is the closest thing we'll get to the invisible jet. Kelly Thompson has said she's not a fan of the jet. Oh, just seen that she flies as fast as a jet, so why would she need one? Clever. Ooh, flashback. So far this comic has been a flash from between the present and the past. And in the past, we see starting with Cersei trapped, imprisoned in hell, and then burdened with this baby who is Diana, Wonder Woman. And so the past has been seeing her grow up, and the present has pretty much just been her arriving at Gateway City and confronting the Tetracide. So the battle has mostly been the present. So here we're going back to the past. And this is interesting. We see Diana for the first time, like actually starting to be like clad in some of her armor. And this is cool because I wasn't sure if her armor was kind of like their cave on the Isle of Hell, where it was like bit by bit, or if it was something that all kind of came together. But it looks like it's going to be bit by bit, because here she has the wrappings and the shoulder pauldron and a little bit of like the thigh pieces and the skirt and the knuckles and top of the hands there. It is interesting though that the wrapping fully wraps her, and then as we know in the present, the wrapping exposes her like clavicle, neck, and arm. So I wonder what happens. It's a last resort, Diana, but you will need that more than once where you're headed. A last resort. Would it trouble us to talk about some of my future in a positive light, Mother? Diana, I'm sorry. very sorry if I've given you the impression your future is negative because it's not. It's glorious. Oh. She's handing her the green thing that she's pulling out of her bag in the present. Kind of looks like seaweed, filled with beauty and horror, danger and opportunity. Will I have named her Sacrifice. She will hold anything, Diana, and she will transform anything. But what she holds determines the shape of that transformation. I understand. That's great because I don't. I mean, I do. I get it. Like, wrap it around something, you can transform it, and there's a limit to that. But beyond that, I'm like, what? What is going on? Gosh, she looks gorgeous. Look at that. Smart and beautiful. Understands and looks great doing it. And then, if you want to see the opposite, who no grace, barely understands sometimes. Oh, her mom was waiting on the aisle. We're kind of getting like a montage, like a 9-panel page of oh, you'll see what it does. Ooh. Diana has that axe again, the one that Steve was using against the Hydra, and then she used against the Tetracide when the Athena blade was in the ocean for a while. So she has the axe and the sacrifice lasso. Lasso of sacrifice. And she's fighting like a harpy, maybe? Like a winged lady. And you didn't have to wait up, Diana. Oh, she's choking out the harpy. Dang! Oh, come on, man. Pick up, pick up. There we go. Look at buff Diana choking the shit out of that harpy. Mother, I didn't even need the magic. Nah, she didn't say that. It worked very well. You are much more skilled in transmogrification. I am far less fluent. Speak plainly, Diana. I found it a bit cruel. What did you do? Diana, not everything you meet will decide to be your best friend. Many will try to kill you even before shoving away your hand of friendship. Sacrifice is made for exactly that. Mother, and it looks like the harpy, so it was a harpy, nearly killed you, even with sacrifice in hand. Perhaps you should take a moment to be grateful for her instead of cursing her compromises. Well, she either cannot see the cruelty in it or she does not care. Ooh, Hecate's Theme. You're right. About which? Perhaps both, but certainly the second. The second scares me more than the first. What is this? What is all this manipulation and emotional manipulation going on here? Because Hecate's like, I'm the loving mother of Cersei. I'm the loving mother slash grandmother of Diana. But then she's also like tormenting Cersei and like manipulating Diana and trying to like sow like seeds of doubt between them. I see you, 6-armed woman, or whatever you are. She looks really cool though. Look at her face. Kind of looks like Ultimate Mysterio from the very first Spider-Man crossover where Ultimate Miles met 616 Peter the first time. That was a cool one. She does not care so much because she knows how to weigh things appropriate. Ooh, I love the details here. Good, nice work, Sherman. Look at just like the way the little circular metal bits are all interlinked, and you can just imagine them kind of like great details, and the rings look so good on the fingers. You know what? This is the second time I'm noticing out loud. Might have noticed it more, but Hayden Sherman's really good at close-up shots of hands. Like, remember in issue 4 when one of the witch sisters was like putting on gloves and turning a lock and like pulling out ingredients? Like, It was just a kind of like a 3 or 4 shot of her hands, but it was so good. And then same thing here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands in this panel here. Or maybe I'm just a hand freak. I don't know. Let me know. But I feel like that looks great. I'm not going to hold your hand and dance around. Cruel weapon. I suspect she knows you're going to need it. Cap says the axe was originally going to be her main weapon, but then Thompson saw Absolute Batman was going to have an axe, so they switched it to a sword. Oh, okay. Cool. Makes sense. Hi, kitties. The dogs are sleeping. Lenny and Daisy are sleeping on either side of me, and then outside are the cats. They're playing. Hi, guys. So, besides me, everyone else in my household is allergic to cats, so we can't have indoor cats. So I take care of some outdoor cats. Like I get them fixed and then take care of them and then bring them back, and they just live like around the property, um, which has actually worked out great because they go to the bathroom like out, like in the well, okay. Sometimes they go to the bathroom in the plants, and my wife hates that. But usually they'll go to the bathroom like out somewhere, like in the dirt or grass or somewhere where it's like, okay, we can clean that, not a big deal, whatever. And they kill mice, like field mice, like they're really small with like long tails, and they can be hard to catch because sometimes they're even if you put like a sticky trap or a mouse trap, they're so little that they can just go through those things. Well, these suckers, they love catching those guys and killing them and eating them. Sometimes they'll leave one here. So, anyways, we like the cats, but they got to stay outside. Right now we have 4 or 5. I say 4 or 5 because sometimes the young ones just disappear. And it's like, well, maybe they died, got ran over, got picked up, got adopted, got eaten. Who knows? We just try our best. She does not know the future. She can sometimes see parts of the future. That's not the same thing. You think she leads you astray? No. Also, if anyone's seen Steven Universe, she kind of is giving like White Diamond vibes. I trust her implicitly. She frequently tells me I should not because she is false, but because I am too trusting. Foolish girl. That lasso is your mother, girl. She made it with love and pain, fire and blood. It is a lasso of transmogrification because transformation is what she knows best, and for you, she demands only the best. And it was you that made her believe in transformation even more than me. It was you. Dang, look at that panel of her. Again with the hands, dude. He's killing it. Look at her face. I almost said White Diamond. Look at Hecate's face and hand. Sick. The layouts are so interesting with kind of like the filigree edging at some parts of it. Is that the right word? I think. You cast such a shadow. So Wonder Woman's apologizing to her mom. You cast such a shadow, it is easy for me to forget that you have not been freely given all that I have been given. You are self made, like a great stone carved through horror and pain. And she lifts her face, and later, by love. That's, for Cersei, that's awesome. To like, what a blessed mother to have a child that loves you so much, but to also like truly appreciate her struggle and sacrifice, and to be able to take a beat and be like, hey, you know what, mom, like, I'm sorry, you've been through stuff like as hard as the struggles we've been through together, you went through those with me, and you had even harder ones before I even came along. So like, look, I love you. I'm sorry, and I want to, I want to listen to you. I want to be open to this. Like, Diana is such a good person, absolute Diana. I mean, so far, unless if there's gonna be like a big twist, I am gonna be hurt. Sacrifice is not the weapon I would have made for myself, but I see now that it is a good thing. As myself is limited, my vision narrow, I will always benefit from other eyes. I was wrong to doubt you, but you must teach me how to master it, please. What happened to the harpy, though? I don't think we saw yet still. Did we? No, I don't think. No, not yet. Gateway City. See, back to the present, baby. This will take great focus. Interesting. So Diana's preparing to use the sacrifice lasso, or lasso of sacrifice, on the tetracide as it's like look at how it's healing too. So cool. Love that. In the form, it must be just right. The tetracide has interesting. The tetracide has no natural enemies. It leans towards sound as both weapon and defense, but it has Pegasus, of course. It was in front of me all the time. What? Interesting. She took off like her left gauntlet and wrapping, so both of her forearms are exposed for whatever she's gonna do. Whoa. I am become her, she who is both terrible and tragic, cursing and cursed, forever entwined in injustice, a living hell. This mantle must I accept today for a far greater good, in hope and faith that I will once again someday be Diana of the Wild Isle, Diana, last of the Amazons, Diana, daughter of Circe. Mother, please do not forget me, for now, for now I am become doom. Whoa, so she's using the lasso on herself. Dope. The artwork's so cool. Look at how dope she looks right here with her eyes matching, like the green of her eyes matching the lasso. I am Medusa, and none that see my face shall live. Interesting. So Wonder Woman used the lasso of sacrifice on herself to transform or transmogrify into Medusa. So now she's like a giant form of Medusa, like a snake, like think like a mermaid, but instead of a fin tail, it's like a snake tail. She's got the snake hair, and she's kind of like reptilian, like all over her body with claws. That's dope. She's huge now too. I don't know I don't think she's quite as big as the Tetracide, but she's huge. How cool. Love the detail of her like textures and her scales. You gotta get your copy so you guys can see it real close. It looks awesome. Cap says, how the fuck does Ida not know what Medusa is? Oh, give me a sec. Mysterious Wonder Woman keeps screaming. Holy shit, what happened to her? She's Medusa. What's a Medusa? Oh, yeah. How the fuck does Ida not know what Medusa is? For real. That's like maybe I have two things as to why she might reasonably not know about Medusa. Like certain zombie movies or series or comics where it's like the concept of a zombie has never been thought of prior. Like the zombie outbreak in that series is the first time they ever conceptually thought of zombies. So that word wasn't around. So maybe this is a world that doesn't isn't familiar with some concepts like that, which also kind of ties into my second thing, in that maybe because in the absolute universe, I know or we know so far that the gods have directly intervened in like the Amazon's fate and have kind of like screwed them over, and that most people don't even know the word Amazon. And Diana, being the last Amazon, didn't even know the phrase Wonder Woman. She had to learn that from this other girl who said that she studies Amazon mythology. So maybe in this world, like all the mythological stuff of this is similar to like our world where people think it's mythological, it's not real, or it's just whatever. And maybe it's even possibly more vague because like the average person doesn't know what an Amazon is. So maybe the average person doesn't know what Medusa is. Or Ida's indefensible, and I'm just trying my hardest here because I love her name. I love that Barbara Minerva's in the mix too. They're all like the whole gang's already together. We got Fred, Daphne, Velma. Oh, I know, sorry. We got Steve, Barbara, Ida, and Ida's sister. Is it Gia, right? Ida Candy, Gia Candy, Sia Candy, Licka Candy. She was a priestess of the goddess Athena. She was raped by Poseidon in one of Athena's temples. Oh, poor lady. For this sin, the goddess Athena cursed her with that form you see now. That's horrible. Agreed. The gods are cruel. But also, maybe that's not how it happened. Records are dicey in these matters. Medusa's actual curse wasn't the transformation. Not really. The curse is that all who look Medusa in the eye are turned to stone. So cool. Look at this. The way that Hayden Sherman plays with scale is so fun because she's so huge and she still looks huge, but she, like comparatively, she looks so slender and small. And what's really cool, I don't know if we saw this detail earlier, but we get a close up of where the tetraside's eyes are. I didn't think it had eyes. I thought it was just, I don't know, sensory based. But it does have eyes. It's got a lot of them. And every single one's looking straight at Medusa. That's awesome. I love the way her tail like coils on the sand. It's dead. Why is she still Medusa? Maybe it's not that simple. You know, I'm terrified of the camera is still pointing like, dude, no, you just saw her. Point the camera down, bro. Do not look at her right now. Maybe I am learning because before I would have died to the tetraside sound, but at least now I know enough to be like, whoa, you good, Wonder Woman? You done yet? If you become something else, how do you remember what you were? Smart, smart, true. Your friends remind you. Oh, Steve, you're absolutely not going out there. Ida, she cut off her own arm to get me out of hell. There's no scenario where I leave her out there alone. Ooh. Thank you, Kelly Thompson. Steve Trevor, the GOAT. It's a good idea, Ida. It's probably your best chance. Great. Steve, taking a cue from his friend, not missing a beat, rips off his sleeve and blindfolds himself. Like, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to go help her. Again, I wondered before if Kelly Thompson was a Jurassic Park fan. Now I'm wondering if she's a Steven Universe fan, because I keep mentioning White Diamond. But this is also giving me vibes for the Steven Universe. What's the sequel series called? Is it Future? Steven Universe Future? Whatever the sequel series is called, the ending of that, spoiler, Steven loses control of his gem power and turns into a giant monster. And no one is strong enough to physically stop him. So the way they defeat him is they all of his friends and family like tackle him and just start screaming out and reminding him how much they love him no matter They accept all of him, even the ugly monster parts of him, metaphorically. And so then that is able to help him go back to his base form and be very vulnerable. I wonder if that's something like that's going to happen here. And if so, Kelly Thompson, are you a Steven Universe fan? Because I am, because it's great. Let's see how it goes. Come on, Steve, get in there. Capliv says Steve Trevor actually being interesting. What timeline is this? For real. I am still a little skeptical though, because we still don't know how he got to hell. I mean, you're farther than I am, but I still don't know how he got to hell. So, Diana, I know you can hear me. Wow, the artwork is so gorgeous here. All the detail Sherman put in with like the Medusa form just thrashing and whirling around the city streets. And then as it's slowly chipping and fading away as Steve's reaching her. Diana, I know you can hear me, and I know you understand that this is not who you are. You you're a great hero and warrior who saved me from the underworld. You cut off your arm, an incredible sacrifice to free me, to send me home. You must remember. You are Diana, witch of the Wild Isle, daughter of Circe, Diana, the last of the Amazons, as she's like fading into smoke. Wonder Woman, hero of Gateway City. What a title! Oh, look at her face. One good man can save the world, Steve. Thank you. Oh, that ties back to what she was telling him earlier. She's like, "Why would you do?" He's like, "Why would you do this for me?" And she's like, "One good man could save the whole world." Oh, look at her face when he saves her. I love that. That's so good. And look at how she looks like genuinely happy, like when he to see him. Like, thanks for saving me, and also like, I'm glad I have a friend like you. Oh, I love it. This is cool. Is it really over? Almost. Unlike everything else, however, I think this part will be most satisfying. Is she gonna like crush it or something? What do you do with the Tetracide statue? Yup. Thank you, Hera, protector of women, for your aid. Oh. Hecate, for your great wisdom and light in my darkest hour. Artemis, for the skill and thirst of the hunt. Hestia, the fire of truth and faith. Aphrodite, for allowing me to see with love. Demeter, circle of life and mother of us all. And Athena, today your ancient cruelty to Medusa saved us all, and perhaps there is a lesson for me in even that. Diana? That's true. Well, let me show you this. When she crack-a-cooms the whole boom tetracide statue, petrified tetracide. But that's clever, Kelly Thompson. It all comes back together. How today your ancient cruelty to Medusa saved us all, and perhaps there is a lesson for me in even that. And then that ties back to when Diana was talking to her mom and Hecate, and she says, "Sacrifice is not the weapon I would have made for myself, but I see now that it is a good thing. As myself is limited, my vision narrow, I will always benefit from other eyes. I was wrong to doubt you, but you must teach me how to master." So basically, like, I'm not condoning what happened to Medusa, because that's also like, but I think the message here being that even though something terrible, double terrible happened to Medusa, what happened to her, and then the curse happening to her, there is good that can come of it, if you have the right mindset about it. And same thing with Diana. Like, these are not methods she would choose to normally use. Hi, Daisy Bean. Hi, Daisy Bean. Say hi. Yeah. Mwah. But by learning to use methods that she's not comfortable with, um, but with the right mindset, it can all come together. Great writing. I didn't know for certain. Medusa is a horror story, a cruel fate dealt by the hand of a goddess I love, Athena, who has only ever blessed me. When my feelings about the injustice of Medusa's plight burn bright, I try to remember that all of us, even the gods, are vulnerable to our hearts becoming twisted with hate. Hate and fear drive us only to the worst versions of ourselves. We need to be better than that, all of us. Hate and fear drive us only to the worst versions of ourselves. True. Sometimes I feel like, to just be open for a second, I feel like the worst versions of myself I've been throughout my life can almost always be directly attributed to fear. And sometimes, it can be justifiable, but like you have a medical thing going on and it makes you not feel good and you're more anxious and afraid of just living and existing. But if that's like, if you're someone like me that you just have to deal with stuff like that no matter what, like just to exist, just to live, at some point you just got to embrace it as part of you, and live with it. But she's right. The worst versions of myself that I can think of have all been fear driven and fear based. Even at the times when I thought maybe that wasn't what it was, like I was just, oh, I'm not scared, I'm angry, or I'm not scared, I'm hurt, or I'm not scared, I'm this. But a lot of it at the core turned out to be fear. Man, I really like this Wonder Woman. What the? Oh, me and Ida vibe so hard. Cap says art switches in the next issue, very good, dope. So we get a surprise ending for issue 5. All the friend group, the Scooby gangs, kind of celebrating. We got Pegasus as Scooby, Barbara Minerva as Daphne, Steve Trevor as Fred, Wonder Woman as Shaggy, and then Gia Candy as Velma, and Ida Candy as Velma's relative guest starring. But anyways, the surprise ending is as they're talking on the beach, kind of like celebrating the win, a giant blue fiery magical hand like suddenly sucks Diana down into a hole, and Ida says, "What the fuck?" Yoink! Damn, straight yoinked us straight into issue 6, you guys. Crazy. Wow, Absolute Wonder Woman #6 cover by Hayden Sherman and Jordi Belair. Interesting. Look at that. She's got, I assume, the Nemesis lasso because it's red, but who knows? Look at her eyes. I don't know if they look like that quite yet. Rather, haven't quite looked like that yet. Man, that was issue 5, guys. What do you guys think? I love it. The posing is so great on Pegasus and Diana when they fight. And the colors are so good with the greens and the reds popping so much. Love the shot of Diana turning back to herself and embracing Steve. So good. Ooh. Oh, sorry, Daisy. All right, guys, that was issue 5 of Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm going to be streaming Absolute Wonder Woman 6. If you're watching this live, I'm going to be streaming Absolute Wonder Woman 6 today as well. Wait, double check. Did I just... I'm sure. Excuse me. Let me make sure those numbers are right. We just read issue 5, right? Yeah. Last Down is on part 5 of 5. And then next is issue 6. Yeah. The first 5 issues hit the ground running. True. The first arc of Absolute Wonder Woman... I might have to reread Batman before I make my final pick, but off the cuff, I'll say first arc, first 5, 6 issues of Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, I'll go Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, which I think is pretty much the majority's pick right now, which I can see why. I haven't read any other Absolute title, but I really want to check out Absolute Martian Manhunter. I see the people that read that comic like it, and the people that like that comic love it. So I want to be part of that. But anyways, thank you guys for joining for issue 5. Read more comics. Be strong enough to be kind and nice. Right? We're learning that from Wonder Woman. I gotta try that myself. We got Daisy. Say bye, Daisy. Lenny, can you say bye? Let's see you guys. Lenny. Oh, he's zonked out. Yup. He's like, issue 5 was pretty good, you guys. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one.